how to make case studies that double your coaching business. In this video, I will give you the 8-step formula for writing case studies that demonstrate proof, build trust and authority, and turn viewers into buyers. So this video is not going to be in Google presentations. Actually, this lesson is straight from my 6-figure content marketing blueprint, and I'm giving the whole lesson away for free. So if you want the full course, you know what to do. But yeah, let's go to the content module and let's find the leveraging social proof. So I'm gonna give a quick introduction. So you have to understand that your income will always be directly proportional to the amount of social proof you have. And the reason social proof is one of the most important parts of your market for the review of your product or service that comes from a satisfied customer. Now, testimonials are great and even necessary to showcase authority and social proof in your business, but they are not as powerful or as effective in closing sales as case studies are. So that's because when done correctly, case studies are more about the client's journey and transformation rather than just you saying, hey, look how awesome my product is and how great my service is. So when the story is about someone else and what they actually went through, it's more relatable, it's more authentic, and it's more effective. And normally when people talk about case studies, they mean a written case study, but although we write the case study, we actually record it, make it look nice, and upload to YouTube. So with that all said, let's get into the 8-step formula for crafting the perfect case study. So here's just a simple framework. So you have the YouTube headline, right? How a person achieved the desired outcome. And you can also state that they were in, just like depends, you don't want to make it too long, but you want to make it really understandable and clear, like what the transformation was. So what do you cover actually in the video? You first of all start with what was the person struggling with. Then you explain what did you do to solve that problem, the step-by-step journey they went through, and what steps did they take to achieve the dream outcome, and then you talk about the results, obviously. So now a little more detailed instructions to the 8-step formula. So the first one we have to do is we have to make the benefit focused headline. Just like anything else we write, crafting a powerful hook and a headline is one of the most important parts of the entire piece. It's the first thing your readers see and is the single determining factor whether or not someone watches until the end. So you want to make sure your headline is strong enough to capture your audience's attention and draw them in to keep watching. So great case study headlines are often very benefit driven. This isn't the time or place to open a mysterious loop or spark controversy. Instead, you really want to focus on the one specific benefit or transformation this particular client achieved. And if you can, including exact numbers or statistics in your headline is a big bonus. But if you're selling relationship coaching, I don't know how you can really make that. But yeah, figure it out. And if you can do it, it's really great. So if it's anything related to money, you can say how a former corporate man built a 6-figure coaching business. This sounds like a normal YouTube video. It doesn't sound like a case study video. So that's really powerful. So how this dad lost 20 pounds and gained 5 kilograms of muscle within 3 months. Yeah, obviously use pounds in this both. So I'm actually gonna fix it right now. If you're using kilograms, use kilograms. But if you're using pounds, use pounds. So if you're selling a relationship, you can have from toxic to trust, how he saved his marriage. You can make it, to be honest, a little bit better, but I hope you get the idea, no? So the second step is to introduce the customer in the video. Now, once you've hooked your watcher's attention, the next thing your case study needs to do is introduce the client you're featuring. Remember, this is about them, not you. So you want to keep this section relatively short. There's no reason to tell their whole life story. Just cover things like who they are, what they do, and how they do it. Just a really, really short introduction. So once your readers have a general idea of the person you're talking about, you can introduce the before state. So nothing beats a good before and after story. So you want to start by identifying the one big pain point that ultimately led them to you and your product or service. So this is the aggravating, uncomfortable, or dissatisfying status quo that drove them to seek a solution. Then you can go deeper into the challenges, struggles, and fears this caused for your client, and this is where your storytelling can really come to life. So you want the reader to relate to the story on an emotional level. So it's important you don't just list out a bunch of facts and statistics. You want to go into how this actually affected them on an emotional or physical level. Remember, facts tell and stories sell. Next, you want to highlight like what was going on in your client's life in the moments right before they made the decision to work with you. So like what was the straw that broke the camel's back? What was the moment of truth where they said, okay, enough is enough, I need support here, I'm gonna bring someone to help me with this. So understanding your client's state of mind directly before they purchased from or hired you will give you such invaluable insight into the real reasons they said yes. This is when you can very naturally pivot to your exact service or solution that helped this particular client or customer. Now the goal here is not to start pitching or trying to sell your coaching like you would on a sales page, right? You want to keep it conversational. Next, you want to find out the specific reasons why they chose you. And more importantly, what other solutions they have tried in the past, but actually didn't work. So, why they chose you over your competitors. This is powerful positioning where you can highlight your unique selling proposition or why you're better, faster, different from the other guys. Like why are you so good? Like, if you don't actually have a valuable or differentiating position, you first need to figure that out and then come back to this one. And the best part is you're not even talking about it. And it's all coming from the perspective of your client in their own words. You're explaining why the client chose you, not why the viewers should choose you. Now, the sixth step, the transformation. Now is where you can go into detail and explain the transformation from start to finish. You want to continue to take your reader on a journey, so you really want to paint an accurate picture of what the process of working with you looked and felt like for your client. This is another place where you can tap into some great storytelling techniques. Remember, almost nothing goes 100% smoothly. The road to success can be bumpy, and that's a good thing. Make sure to include all the low points and bumps they encountered along the way, along with the triumphs and wins. This increases your believability and trust with the reader significantly. So, the seventh step, the after. This is where you finally get to show off the amazing results your customer received. But more than simply saying something generic like, her life was never the same again, you ideally want to include tangible results and examples, real stories of their life, and as much as possible to show the transformation your customer received. And remember, be specific as possible. So, you end all of this with a powerful call to action. Maybe that's hopping on a call with you or submitting an inquiry form to apply to work with you, or maybe it's simply clicking on a link to learn more about working with you. Whatever it is, make sure you tell your reader exactly what to do next and make it as simple as possible. So yeah, that's the entire framework, 8-step formula to writing case studies. So it's not really complicated, but it will take some time if you really want to perfect it. I really recommend doing this on Canva, a Google presentation, or Gamma app, so you can actually include some pictures and stuff like that, and you don't really have to memorize the whole text and all the points. But you can also just speak it into a camera without any screen recording device. But yeah, that's my advice. So once you have done actually recording the case study, now it comes to marketing. So how to market your great social proof. So obviously Instagram highlights. You can make a special Instagram highlight section where you put all of your social proof, and you can have as much as you need if one fills up. In the Instagram story marketing module in this course, it is stated that you should post a testimonial every single day. If you can, obviously that would be awesome. So YouTube, obviously you upload the case study to YouTube. Landing page. So there is no such thing as too much social proof. So simply put every single video, testimonial, text message, and client interview onto your landing page. It will easily increase your conversion rates. So email marketing, you can promote your client interviews and case studies to your email list, or include text messages from your clients to your own normal emails. And also, when somebody books a call, right, or when you're doing appointment setting, you're talking with a prospect, just share them the case study with your prospect if they are in a similar situation. This builds a lot of trust and shows that they are the person that you can really help, and it builds up so much social proof. It's really powerful. By the way, if you want the full 6-figure content marketing blueprint, then you can grab it from the description. And if you want to fast track your success, you want better leads, you want to raise your prices and close more dream clients while we do whole marketing for you, then you can learn more about it from the description also. But yeah, this is all for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments. This really motivates me. And yeah, speak to you soon, and ciao.